Hey everybody. It's been a while since I posted a video blog just by myself, and was sitting here pondering some things that I've been thinking about over the past few days. Quite a bit of crazy stuff is going on in the world, and interesting enough, today when I was at work, I was teaching a class on one of our vendors, and they have to have specialized training in it. One of the young ladies that was in there was obviously apparently not wanting to be there, and had a little bit of I guess, what we would consider to be an attitude. And I just wanted to address this a little bit. So it's interesting because as a public speaker and a coach, and outside of work, and even of course inside of work, I see this consistently where people are taking jobs or doing things that they're doing it just to be there to get a paycheck. I mean, that can go okay for a while, and I've done that before. I've taken jobs just to get a paycheck. And what I can share with you is that the sustainability of that is, well, it's not very sustainable at all. You're not going to be able to sustain that, because if you're not happy in something, if you're not passionate about it, if you don't enjoy your work, then it's going to become that, just work, and you're going to feel I'm trying to think of the word I'm trying to pick here, but you're going to resent it. There's the word. You're going to resent what you're doing eventually, and anything that anybody says to you, it doesn't matter how positive they are going to be, you're going to be unhappy. And it's funny because just as I was getting ready to do this video, a friend of mine posted a quote on Facebook from Rumi. It says, "You are not a drop in the ocean. You are the entire ocean in a drop." And I really want to just ponder this for a little bit, because one of the reasons why we don't move towards our passion is because we feel so insignificant within the universe, and we're told lies such as we're only human, and in comparison to things, we're in small. We're told we need to be patient, and that we can't have the things that we want, and that we need to think more realistically, and those kind of things. And yes, there's definitely discernment in the world, and there's definitely things that we need to we need to be grounded in, and yes, there definitely is divine timing and divine order. However, what I will say to you is that everything you want in life, you can definitely have it. It starts right here. It starts with you. So with this young woman today, you could tell that she was not happy within at work, and you could just tell it was just radiating off of her. But how often do we all do that? How often have I done that? How often have I taken a job that I was just taking it to get a job, and not something that I was going to enjoy doing? And within the New Thought community, I've found, especially the New Age movement, I've found a lot of people just almost rebelling against that corporate structure. Now, if that doesn't work for you, that's totally fine. And so, but here's the deal. This is where we're at in the now of the moment. We have to pay for our electric bill. We have to pay for our water. We have to pay for our mortgage. We have to pay for our rent. Now, you don't have to have those things. You could be a nomad. You could be a gypsy. And those people sustain their lives in different ways. But you have to do a paradigm shift. So you either have to live in this paradigm, or you have to switch the paradigm, and you have to go in this direction. So you can't just say, I want to live in this way of thinking, and then be resistance to that way of thinking. So what happens is that people get upset, and then they get angry, and they start criticizing the system that they're living in. Nobody's to say that there's not broken down things. There's nobody to say that there's not corporations that are bad or evil and making corrupt decisions. That's actually very much happening. I mean, that's it. It would be foolish not to say that that's not happening. However, we have to work within the system, speak our truth, talk our truth, live our truth, and do it in a peaceful manner. And so what is happening within this world is that you're still trying to keep the car, the house, the mortgage, the electric, and all that kind of stuff, and then you're getting pissed as hell because you never have enough money, because you're not living your passion, you're not doing something that you're going to enjoy, you're not following the soul. And when you're not following the soul, then you're missing the mark. You're missing the boat that sails to get you exactly where you want. So for me, it's about teaching and motivating and coaching and those kind of things. For other people, it's about being a minister and studying theology. For my friend Justin Deschamps, it's about studying truth, about health, and about things going on in the world, and a lot about the corruption. And he loves to write. That's the biggest thing. We've known each other for many years, and the big thing with Justin is he wanted to be able to write. And so now he gets to do that. He gets to do exactly what he loves. And the when we plant the seeds, the tree will bear fruit. So he's planted those seeds, and he's able to live that dream. And some of you may know him. He's stillnessinthestorm.com. And so, I've had to do that, and many other people have had to do that. So, my friend Justin Duncan wants to go to school and be, very successful, going off and teaching English, but he had to bear the fruit. And many of you out there are wanting to do different things, but you have to go to college, or you have to do this, and you have to do that. Some of you want children, some of you want love, those kind of things. And so the old saying comes with love is that you have to love yourself before anybody else can love you, or before you can love anybody else. So if you're not in that space of loving yourself, guess where you need to start working? You have to work on that in order to be able to have the things you want in your life. But what ends up happening is that when you're not in that space, there's this fine line. So let's say you want love, and then you're here. So you're still looking at the mirror, not liking what you see. You're not liking how you're feeling, how you're thinking, all that kind of stuff. So in turns, when you look at yourself in the mirror, you get upset, you get angry, it causes depression. And so you want to get here where this lover is, and people love you, but you're so far away from it. So then what happens is that when you run across somebody that you're interested and they reject you, then you start resenting them, and you start getting upset. And what is really happening is that's a mirror back to the already insecure, upset feelings that are inside of yourself. And so you have to work on those for yourself within you, and then what happens is the gap starts to close, and then you finally run into that person you wanted to meet to love and to love you, because you've come into what is called a vibrational match. So with that being said, if you're in a job that you don't love, you're so far away from what is happening right here. So you could say, I really want a job that I'm really going to enjoy. I want a career that I'm really going to enjoy, and I'm going to feel completion in life. When I get done, I'm going to feel a sense of accomplishment, and I'm going to be excited about it, and I'm going to be happy about it, and all that kind of stuff. So you're taking jobs that just get you by, and stuff that pays the bills. Why? Because you got a mortgage, you got this to pay for, you got a car to pay for, you got food to put in kids' mouths, all that kind of stuff. For whatever reason. There can be a million reasons. So the career you want is here, and where you're at is here. And the job that you have, it's just a job, or what we want to refer to as just over broke. So right now you're not at a vibrational frequency in order to match. So what ends up happening is that you have to start making decisions for yourself. So you might need to go to college, or you might need to start applying for jobs that are close or similar to what you want to do. Or you might want to start with a job that has a couple things that you want. Or you just to start applying for the jobs that you really want. Or you start working towards the career or whatever it is you want. So what ends up happening is as you start making those decisions, you're going to slowly come together, and then you become a vibrational match. Now, you may go down this path, and this path gives you lessons or opportunities to see more. And I like to be careful with the word lessons, because some people, when they hear the word lessons, they take it as I have something to learn, or I'm missing something, or it's like a punishment. No, lessons are just basically to get the human mind into a vibrational frequency or match with what its soul is saying. So what's happening is the soul is just screaming and saying, let's go in this direction. Let's go in this. I know this is vibrationally what's going to make you the happiest. And the human mind is in resistance. So it's like this, no. And the soul is like, no, just let it in. And let's let it flow. So sometimes it takes you down these paths so that you'll let go of whatever it is you're holding on to. And it does it on purpose so that you can shed away that layer. And when you shed away that layer, then you become in vibrational match with what it is you're looking for. So that's why sometimes that's what divine timing and divine order is all about. It's not this big person in the sky saying no, you can't have this, and blocking you from doing it and all that kind of stuff. It's not this big evil corporation. It's not this big evil this and all that kind of stuff. Because we got to shed away all of our excuses. We get a lot of us get a bunch of excuses. Oh, the reason why I don't love is because I'm overweight. Um, Sorry, the allergies are really messing with me lately. So it's not because you're overweight that you don't have love. It's because it's not time right. It's not time yet. It's not because you're not intelligent that you don't have the passionate career or way to make your money that you wish for. It's because you haven't taken the step forward towards that, or maybe you have taken the steps forward, but you still have some layers you have to shed through. So there's a lot of things that we can think about, but what I find is that to stay somewhere, like this young woman I saw today, to stay somewhere and live in a place that you know is not making you happy and expecting different results, that's what Albert Einstein said is the definition of insanity. And the definition of insanity is to do the same thing over and over and over again and expect different results. It's never going to happen. You're never going to get a different result. So what you have to do is you have to change your perspective. There's a blog I put up from somebody else not too long ago, and basically it says if you change your perspective by 2 degrees, then you've already made a significant impact in your life. You've had an impact in your course, and so when you made that impact in your course, then you can, you can now start to see these significant changes. So there's a lot to ponder. One of the things I suggest is every day you look at your day. You look back and you say, what did I do for myself today? What decisions did I make for myself today? And then I meditate. I take some time just to relax. I may be laying in bed, I may be sitting on the couch, I may be doing whatever, but you do something towards your goal. And so it could be making YouTube videos. It could be writing a book. It could be writing blogs. It could be just spending time with your family. It could be spending time with your dogs. It doesn't matter. Just do something for yourself. And so what happens is when you start making decisions towards doing something for yourself that makes you happy, then you're starting to become in vibrational frequency with your soul. And that's what it's all about. Vibrational frequency with your soul. So you can choose. You can live that miserable life, and not living any passion, or you can bring passion into your life, and then you can bring that into the heart. Yes, I'm going to do what the kids do right now. You're going to bring it into the heart. And when it's in the heart, then you're living in your passion. And you're going to find happiness in your life. So, some things to think about. Choose you. Choose your soul. And when you choose your soul, we bring those into balance with your heart. Life is going to get good. Have a blessed day.